Well, today's topic of chosen subject is rather a deep one and actually takes normally about 2 or 3 hours. But I'm going to simplify this down and do my best to explain to you what I've experienced over the decade of working with people who have believed that they have had curses, voodoo, black magic, you name it, all these kind of what we call dark arts attached to them. Okay, so here goes. Over the decade that I have been working alongside beautiful souls who have come to this academy and who have really felt a presence of real negativity within them or around them, after 1 hour, everything seems to disappear. Everything seems to be okay. Everything seems to be as it should be, back to normal after 1 hour. I remember a long time ago when I first started this journey. My first mentor became my greatest challenge. As some teachers love their pupils, others only love them to a degree that is in the energy of control. A true teacher would never ever suppress any of the pupils. They would never stop them from their journey of experience and understanding and learning and whatever those challenges may be. But they would be there as a guide, as somebody who's always there as a pillar of strength, and somebody who always encourages them. However, my experiences were very difficult, very different than that. So, my first mentor was 50 years in the experience of dark arts, voodoo. She was a high Wiccan priestess. And what spells she didn't know wasn't worth knowing, apparently. I never chose to go down the path of Wiccan or that kind of energy. It just didn't feel right to me. However, Wiccan can be a beautiful energy, and well, in truth it's never the word, it's the person who abuses that's the truth. But suffice to say, one day I broke away and said I needed to fly, and unfortunately all hell broke loose and I was attacked left, right and centre for 3 years. Now my story is one of many stories that many people talk about the attack of others, the attack of people who are more powerful and more stronger than them, people who have so much rage and anger, who have then set upon their life as their main focus is to attack you for forever. That's how it feels. And so I understand this. So here's the thing. Over the between 3 and 5 years of being attacked, I had been to see every psychic who had the power and the ability to clear away curses and dark magic. I'd been to every person that I felt was recommended to me as Wiccans. I'd been to many spiritual people who were spiritualists, mediums. I went down the path of gurus, shamans, and so on. I recall the most important moment for me was when I was at the shaman's ceremony, and he did his stuff and said, okay, it's now removed, it's gone. Bearing in mind that throughout all these years I was trying everything. Anything that used to belong to her I was throwing away with love, freezing her name in the freezer and you name it, all sorts of stuff. But I remember coming back to my room after the shamanic ritual, very powerful. And I sat down and I switched my computer on, and then all of a sudden another another constant attack again at that very moment. So I burst into tears. Because at that moment I kind of fell to the ground. I'd tried everything, I'd been everywhere, I'd done everything. My family was in pain, I was in pain, the suffering, you know. And do you know what I did? Do you know what happened then? I took a seat and put it in the centre of the room. And I just heard these words and I needed to say them. I took my hand and placed it on my heart, and took my other hand and placed it over my head, and I could hear the words being said. No one has the power over you. No one has the power over you. Why would I do that? But I did. And I started to say these words and repeat them, and all of a sudden, it suddenly struck me. The words had meaning. They weren't just words. What I believe I was channeling was a very powerful message that said, Mark, no one has the power over you. And then I realized it was me who was giving my power, who was diluting my power, who was not believing in me because of somebody else's negativity. Do you know what? Like magic, everything stopped. No attacks, no more pains, no more sufferings. And do you know why? Because I moved on. I became stronger. I realized I am stronger than that person. And therefore, whatever happened after that disappeared because there was no focus. I didn't focus any of my energy on that. And do you know what I did after that? Focused it on everybody that I loved and myself. And I flew after that. And it was amazing. I'm going to show you something, guys. I share with my beautiful people who come here to learn all about healing and the psychic world, about this story. And this story is about this bottle. I had a lovely soul who was a friend, a dear friend of mine, and she'd been to see a shaman. And a few days later she came to see me and she said, Mark, I'm a little bit concerned. And I said, what's wrong, Angel? She said, I went to see the shaman and I received this bottle. And I said, I don't understand, please explain. She said, well, the shaman said that I had dark entities around me and all bad things, and he'd now put them into this bottle. He made this bottle up with all of this stuff inside. And he said, if this bottle ever breaks, if you ever open this bottle, you must come and see me straight away. Wow, I said. She said, will you do me the greatest of favours and will you do something with this? I said, I will save it, my angel. Don't worry. So 8 or 9 years have passed. And every time a group come here to learn about voodoo and black magic, I open it and say, have a smell, and tell them the story. And they go, oh my God. And I say, and my friend is doing very well. You see, sometimes, dear friends, when we start to look deeper into this shamanic world and spiritual world, we sometimes can be corrupted, not purely because of money or ego or fame, but there could be many other reasons. And in this circumstance, the reason was that I found out, because I needed to find out why this beautiful shaman who had done such amazing work had noticed that my friend, or somebody had told my friend that my friend is a very famous person, and maybe he could, maybe, I don't know. I don't like to say take advantage, but I don't know. I needed to find out. So I looked deeper into his life, and I eventually found out that not only had he been married a few times, but his former partners were trying to take more money off him for their children, and he was struggling very much. So there you are. To sum everything up today in this conversation, I can only tell you one thing. There has never been a person who have come here to this place and has ever had voodoo, dark magic, curses attached to them, unless they've been told they have. Nobody's ever walked through this door in 11 years and says, I've got a curse attached to me, and I've said, do you feel that? Or has somebody told you that? They always said, I've been told. Exactly, my dear friends, because the only way voodoo, black magic, curses can ever work on you is if you are told about them. Because the secret behind all of that energy is the power, and that power is yours, that eats away at you. So they rely on you knowing what has been done, because they know that it is you that will hurt yourself. There lies the power, and there lies the reason why Spirit said to me, Mark, no one has the power over you. So if you are listening today and you feel that you have dark magic, if you feel that you have been attacked psychically, if you feel that you have voodoo, I am here to share one message. No one has the power over you, and it disappears. You are amazing, you are powerful, and these people who do this negative kind of work do it because they know that if they can get the message to you, that is their power. So remember, let it go. Nobody has the power over you, and they never will. So enjoy your life with love. I will talk about negativity, and I will talk about psychic attacks in my next video, which is slightly different than voodoo, curses, black magic. Have a lovely day, everybody, from my heart to yours, and I hope maybe one day we'll meet each other. But keep subscribing to markbajerski.com, and let's have a wonderful enlightenment towards our spiritual journey. We keep going, we become stronger, we learn from one another, and we never ever let anybody else's weakness pull us down. That's all that matters. Inner peace is all I want for you. Love you all.